On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Sunday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Sunday, the day when some of the regular ones and ones them out there traverse the church. So whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there I deal with the finger licking chicken in the kitchen, you don't know, say a blessed and happy Sunday to you all, because you don't know, my peeps, that today is the official red rice and roaster day for On The Spot News Media and its regular viewers and subscribers. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there traversing the streets, just going about your regular business. As always, safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner ya Kazwa, the old dirty corner boy them. Always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So in the morning, my peeps, we're going to present to you the much awaited update on the whole situation over there in Mobile St. James, to be more specific, in the Rose Heights 41 and the Green Tank communities. So you will most definitely be getting that vlog this evening. So after you're done eat your dinner, drink your liquor juice and sit down and I go and hold a steady meds. You don't know you can tune in to On The Spot News Media for taking a vlog there in the evening. So without further ado, I could get into this morning's set of stories. Now last Wednesday, a double fatal knockings and clappings took place over there in the community of Backlands. For those who is not sure, where is the Backlands community? It is located in the General Jones Avenue community. Now a criminal element identified as Blacks or Son, who is said to be a top tier gang member in that particular community, was taken out in a hail of bullets along with another alleged criminal element identified as Thiery by his relatives. Now the relatives is disputing what the police are saying, stating that their family member, Thiery Headley, presently on your screen, is innocent and he is not and was never a criminal element. Now we're going to hear from Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, who gave an account of what took place on the side of the police. And then we're going to hear from relatives of the alleged criminal element Thiery Headley, and also from an DICOM correspondent. That correspondent, by the way, is the Commissioner of DICOM, Hugh Faulkner. So listen to all three voice clips. Then, of course, On The Spot News Media will definitely give his 2 cents on this. Listen.
While on the operation, they entered the premises and then opened gunfire from a dwelling house here. The police returned fire. One man fell and the other ran to the rear of the house where he engaged the police in a gunfight and was shot. One gunman made his escape through the perimeter fence to the back. The 2 injured men were taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where they were pronounced dead. The deceased is suspected to be one Orlando Davis, who goes by the name Son or Blacks, a person of interest in multiple murder and shooting cases. The second individual remains unidentified. I just want to use this opportunity once more. I've done it earlier, but to urge persons on the police wanted list or who are persons of interest in ongoing investigations to surrender themselves at the nearest police station.
Now, the alleged criminal element, who the senior superintendent stated was unidentified at the time, has since been identified as this person, presently on our screen, as Thiery Headley. Now, we're going to hear from the relatives of Thiery Headley, who is refuting the claims of the police and states that their family member was brutally gunned down by the police in cold blood. Then we're going to hear from the DICOM Commissioner as he weighs in on this particular incident also. Listen.
I call out Thiery. Call him out and kill him. Cause what him confined and them and say, oh, a police come so me can go out there to them. Cause me on the wrong door, so me go out there. You understand me? So when him come out now, and I come to the police them, then no do no obaring, shoot him up, kill him. 4. And if you look on his shot them, basically all when Thiery they on the ground them still a shot him. 4. No pro about the case. All them do a dry yellow line and tell people themselves everybody to go up on the top, no investigation, nothing. But we're not supposed to call them to come do them work for them company scene, them for that and I see everything. If a person who want fire, them fear probe case and probe officers them. Since as a per the other party open fire, where gunshot signal there? Which part we not see no hole in our fence? Put your camera over there so you see none of that not there. So which part the shot them go? Somebody eat them and me know it's not Thiery.
Investigative scene inquiries were thoroughly conducted to include evidence gathering and witness canvassing. The family members of Mr. Henry were spoken to on the scene by an DICOM investigator. And as the investigation progresses, our investigators will continue to have dialogue with the family to assist in their understanding of the investigative process. The next phase of the process will include the interviews with the officers, statement reviews, further witness canvassing, because we have to be patient. Information that you do not receive in the early stages, you may receive at a later stage. At the end of our investigative process, file is compiled and submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, who is the prosecutorial authority for all DICOM matters. And any gap that exists, then that will be pointed out. That will be before any ruling for a charge or no charge. In this matter, we will also engage our family liaison officer to have further contact with the family members in addition to the investigators.
Now, if any family members of Thiery Headley is presently listening to the voice of On The Spot News Media, I would personally like to ask you a question. And if you wish to respond, please reach out to me. If indeed your family member, Thiery Headley, was, and I said was because he's no longer here, was innocent as you proclaim, why was he in the same house with a known and reputed criminal element? Hands down, everybody knows that Son, or Blacks as someone want to call him, is a criminal element. Then why was Thiery Headley in the company of that criminal element? If you can explain that, then you may have a case. But if you can't, hands down, Thiery Headley mix up. But anyway, make we continue. Now I've seen where this man's picture has been circulating all over social media. as a businessman we end up losing 3 points yesterday, brawling on Chartered Road at his business place. On the spot, news media received a video footage of the incident, and may I tell you, the man them deal with the situation a certain type of way. Now the businessman presently on your screen has since been identified as Dean Shaw, said to be the owner and operator of a plaza along Chartered Road and also a major player in motorsports in Jamaica. Now information reaching on the spot news media would suggest that Mr. Shaw was at his business place, a plaza along Chartered Road, when he was attacked. It is said that he was approached by 2 armed criminal elements who rode up on a motorbike, got off that motorbike and approached him, had a very brief conversation before open gunfire, hitting him all over the upper body and head, leaving him lifeless. Pictures and video footages would show Dean Shaw laying on his side with multiple carnop wounds to the upper body and head. Curious onlookers was there, persons was crying out for help, and you don't know the regular stuff for them going with at a crime scene, but the major question is right here. Why was this businessman targeted? It is not like criminal elements in Jamaica for just randomly go knock it and clap it pan a white businessman. Now on the spot, news media have received credible information to suggest that it was indeed a hit that was placed on the head of the businessman. Now I'm not for sure why, but one thing I can say is that the criminal elements who carried out that hit is from a certain community in a certain police division, to be disclosed after a complete investigation is carried out to ascertain the real criminal elements behind it and the whereabouts of the criminal elements as to the why he was taken out. On the spot, news media will most definitely be keeping close tabs on this one to figure out the reason behind Dean Shaw's knockings and clappings. Yeah, man. And to Mr. and Mrs. Uptown, Mr. and Mrs. Jacket and Tie, who think that Jamaica's crime problem lies only in the realms of what we call the garrison communities. Well, not so much anymore, because Mr. Uptown, Mr. Jacket and Tie, as you can clearly see presently on your screen, was indeed a target of such. Now, the regular members of Chan Public don't have the powers as you, Mr. Uptown, Mr. Private Sector, Mr. Jacket and Tie, to nudge the present government and even the past government, because both the opposition and the ruling party have to play a very integral role in tightening up our laws and putting certain stringent measures in place to curb crime and violence. Now you have that power, Mr. Private Sector, to nudge the government and the opposition in the right direction. Not just to clear up this particular fatal knockings and clappings of one of your own, but to stem the ongoing crime problem in Jamaica. So no longer is it only in the garrisons. It is now also knocking on your door. So let us see what Mr. Jacket and Tie will do about this one. Yeah, man. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, a 51-year-old man end up lose for him 3 points over there in Gregory Park in St. Catherine Friday night. Now the deceased man has since been identified as 51-year-old Adrian Campbell, otherwise called Schoon. The incident reportedly occurred sometime around 8 p.m. in the community of Hamilton Gardens. Now, Adrian Campbell was found suffering from a portion tacan wounds after explosions were heard in the area. He was pronounced you-know-what at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine. The police have stated that they have not yet established a motive for his knockings and clappings. Now on your screen is a well-known taxi operator. He has since been identified as 29-year-old Lashawn Heslop, said to be a resident of the Golden Spring community in St. Andrew. Lashawn Heslop's life was cut short on Friday morning, and the police have launched an investigation to ascertain the motive behind his fatal knockings and clappings. Now, according to the Corporate Communications Unit, the communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, they stated that sometime around 10:20 a.m., Lashawn Heslop was sitting in his car in the vicinity of the Grace Reformed Baptist Church, that is right there near the Sandy Gully Bridge, when he was pounced upon by armed criminal elements traveling on foot. It is said that one of the gunmen opened gunfire, hitting Lashawn Heslop multiple times in his upper body and head. Now, Lashawn lost his life, same place, on the spot. And on your screen gives a grim reminder of that brutal and horrific crime scene. The black taxi presently on your screen was operated by the now deceased man, Lashawn Heslop. Now a whole heap of things are going where that is concerned. A whole heap of fingers are point to a criminal element said to be the reputed gang leader for 12 lane of Whitehall Avenue. Now that criminal element is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as AJ. Now my peeps, I want to look closely on this one, because AJ definitely I go on with himself since the other day. Now, it is alleged that he had something to do with the fatal knockings and clappings of the taxi operator. But one thing I know for sure, that AJ is indeed a reputed criminal element wreaking havoc in the general Red Hills Road, Whitehall Avenue community for a mighty long time. And just by looking at his picture, you can definitely see that AJ, little youth, still have titty milk on his mouth. So I'm now just wondering how the hell this brother get to become Dan for 12 lane at such a young age. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Yo AJ, right now let me tell you this. You're definitely under the microscope of On The Spot News Media. So to the regular members of Chan Public, you will most definitely be updated as it relates to AJ in subsequent newscast. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about is this brother presently on your screen, said to be a resident of the Tree Chain community over there in Manchester. It is said that the man was on his farm working when he was approached by a lone gunman who opened gunfire, hitting him all over the upper body and head, leaving him lifeless. His biodata has not yet been ascertained. So On The Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping close tabs on this one as we seek to unearth the who and the why behind his fatal knockings and clappings. Boy, may I tell you my peeps, knockings and clappings continues. Yeah, man. So anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.